All right, coming in at number 38, my favorite of the three prospects today, it's Kasper Halttunen, who's been overplaying in Liga for the last couple seasons. This guy seems mature beyond his years.
Yeah, this is a guy that has experience in the pro leagues. And when you look at his dimensions, I've got him at 6'3", 207 pounds. Yeah, that's where you got him as well. He's got the frame that he can play with the big boys, but also he's got the maturity that allows him to play bigger minutes. Like he was averaging 10 minutes a night in Liga, Ross, and even into the teens some nights. So I think there was some trust there. And you talk about maturity. In 5 U18 games, not only did he get 10 points, so two points per game production, you like to see that, but he was also the captain of Team Finland. So there's a lot of good aspects to his game where you're looking at Kasper Halttunen and you're saying, I can see the makings of a pro player here.
And you can see the makings of a power forward as well. If you look at the stats against his own age group, they pop 18 goals in 18 games, 24 points, captain at the World Under-18s for his team, where he led them 6 goals in 5 games, 10 points, averaging 2 points per game. Elite Prospects is not sold on him, though. They have him at 62 on their rankings. Craig Button at 25, in between Scott Wheeler at 34, Chris Peters at 37, Corey Pronman at 46. I think he like first, second, or third pick in the second round. A team's going to just love the physical tools, the maturity, and the fact that I think he's 2 years away from playing on a bottom 6. I don't know if there's top 6 potential in there, but as a right wing player, I think he can go and fit in on a bottom 6 on an entry level contract for the duration of the deal. I think he's going to be a guy who plays all 3 years of his entry level deal in the NHL, and teams that are close to the cap are going to see a lot of value with that for Kasper Halttunen.
Yep, I agree. And looking at his highlights playing in Liga, he plays a very simple game. And as a young player in a men's league, I think that's probably a smart way to approach it. If you try to dangle your way through these guys, they're going to pick you off pretty quickly. They're smarter, faster, and stronger than guys in the U20 league. Like you mentioned, he lit it up with 18 goals. So you got to have a different approach. But what he does a great job of just rushing up the wing and just ripping a shot on net. Now, some people, myself, I like that. I like a player that's just going to, hey, honestly, I'll take a player that just has the mentality, get the puck on net 10 times out of 10 over a guy that's going to try to dangle his way through and get a high danger scoring opportunity, because the opportunities to do that, he's probably turning the puck over a bunch. I like just getting it on net, getting that face off or getting a rebound or just beating the goalie clean. Now, some scouts, I think EP, they knocked him for that. They said, okay, like how many times can he just go up the wing and rip a wrister on a goalie and he saves it? Like you got to try for more than that, which is fair. But I think at this point in his development playing in Liga, that's something that a coach, maybe not be ecstatic about, but you're coming to the bench and he's not screaming at you or anything like that, right? So I think there's opportunities for Halttunen to try to be a little bit more creative as he gets better, but he's got that good shot. And Ross, EP awarded him second hardest hitter in the draft. So a guy that rips the pill on net and is out there crushing bodies at this age, at that size, sounds good to me.
Sounds great to me. And because he's trusted as a captain, obviously leadership qualities are there, but also the defensive game, I don't think is an issue for Halttunen. I think that that's something that at the next level, especially, he's going to be able to develop and make a strength to his game. EP does have him as like a raw talent. I see that as well, but also there's a maturity in his game that I mentioned as well. Ironically, he's one of the younger players in this draft. He just turned 18 on June 7th. So there's tons of runway for him. I think you keep him over in Finland because he definitely needs to acclimate to league a little bit more. You mentioned the games played, but still looking for his first goal at that level. Let him play, I think, 2 more years over there, sign him to his entry level and put him right on a 4th line. And like, I think that, especially in a bottom 6, put the puck on net. Good things happen. And if you're playing with other kind of net crashing type players, go get rebounds. That's where a lot of goals are scored. So I see it as a very positive thing that he's able to put the puck on net and able to rip it the way he can. I'm a huge fan of Kasper Halttunen. And I think if you're a team that just picked him, you're going to see a guy who he needs. I would really strap him with a skating coach. Like that's probably one thing from his game where he needs, if he wants to be more than a bottom 6 NHLer, the skating has to improve, but the shot is high end. The compete is there. He crushes guys. He's a right shot, right wing. I'm a huge fan of Kasper Halttunen.
Yeah, and he plays the left half wall on the power play, Ross. He's got a good one-timer. And the thing is, though, he's a very one-dimensional player. He's going to drive up, rip shot on net, rip one-timers, play physical.
It actually kind of reminds me of a player that just signed in Winnipeg. And not to, I feel like I've compared him to, oh no, it was Yuri Schmeichel who I compared to this guy, but Saku Maenalainen, where it's
Right.
like big body, shoots the puck, but like he had 4 goals and 10 points this year in 50 some games. Like the production might not always be there, but he's not going to hurt you when he's on the ice either.
No, exactly. And that's the thing, though, is Halttunen, he's not really a playmaker. So when he's coming down that wing, keep him wide and he's going to shoot it and just let your goalie see it. And he's probably going to stop that more often than not. So there's interesting ways to look at that. But I got Halttunen at 3.5 stars here. I think that a team can project him to play NHL games. Some people, like we talked to Rachel Dory, and she loved Barry Trott's quote being like, hey, telling his scouts, draft for guys that are going to play in the top 6 and top 4 and starting goaltenders. I'll figure out bottom 6, bottom pair, and backup goalies. We'll find those with our pro scouting. Draft for high-end talent. Not every scouting group, not every franchise probably shares those same values, and some of them are trying to find bottom 6 players that they can draft and develop. So it all depends on your approach.
It's going to be one of those teams. I don't think he's going to be going to Nashville. I'll put it that way.
I don't think so. I don't think so
either. But Kasper Halttunen, I think he's going to go mid 30s is my guess for Kasper Halttunen. How about you?
Yeah, honestly, we got him at 38. I like that for him. I think you're going to see high 30s, anywhere between 35 and 50. I think is a good spot for him.
You like him at 38 exactly. So you have him going to Arizona at 38. Congratulations on being a Coyote. We'll clip that if and when the Coyotes take Kasper Halttunen. But you can find all of our draft coverage on YouTube, individual player profiles on the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Locked On Senators on YouTube.